Hi, I'm Congressman Buck McKeon from the 25th Congressional District. I'm sitting in Washington on January 5th, getting ready to go over to the floor where we will swear in the new Congress, we will elect a new speaker, we will vote for our rules for the year, and we will start this new Congress that was just elected in November. I've received, over the last little period, 3 questions from constituents. I would like to read the question and then give my answer so that you can see how I respond to these questions. First is from Fred in Canyon Country. He said, please introduce, co-sponsor, and vote for repeal of the entire Obamacare law. Obamacare must be repealed to eliminate the new unconstitutional regulatory powers over our health care system. Fred, this Friday, we will vote as a Congress for the rule to bring up the repeal of Obamacare. The rule will be voted on Friday, and then based on the new rules that we are going to establish, saying that we will wait 3 days before we bring a bill to the floor. Next week, we will actually have on the floor on the 12th of January, the repeal for Obamacare. I will vote for the rule Friday to bring that bill up, and I will vote for the repeal of Obamacare on January 12th. Thank you for the question, for your suggestion. Next, we have Robert from Santa Clarita. Robert says, I've known you and supported you for many years and trust your judgment. Recently, I learned as a federal employee that I may not be receiving a pay raise over the next 2 years, but Congress will be exempt from the freeze. Is this true? The freeze is true. I don't know if it's 2 years or 1 year, and it hasn't actually been established yet. It was proposed by the president, but I think that it will be probably put in place during the budgetary process this year. The second part of the question, will Congress be exempt from the freeze? Congress is not tied to those regular pay raises that federal employees generally get. Congress stands alone, and our pay raise is based on a deal that was made back in 1986, and Congress was at that time given a big pay raise, and then before that they were able to receive outside income. They could give speeches, and they could receive income from that or from other businesses. Those opportunities were ended. Congress cannot now, a congressman can't give a speech and receive pay for that. And based on that, in 1986, they were given a big increase in pay. And then there was supposed to be an automatic cost of living adjustment each year. I was first elected in 1992, and for over half of that time, we have not had those automatic pay raises, and we have not had a raise for the last 2 or 3 years, and we will not be having one at least for the next year. So I think we understand the situation out there, and we're all going to have to be asking to take some kind of make some kind of sacrifice to get our fiscal house back in order. And going along with that, Congress, under the new leadership that will be elected today, has pledged, and we will cut our House budgets by 5%, both on our personal committee, our personal staff, and on our committee staff. The whole House budget, we are cutting by 5%. So we're responding to you, Robert, and to others that have asked similar questions. Thank you for that one. Finally, we have from Ronald from Santa Clarita. He said, I'm for the rule of law and the U.S. Constitution. I totally reject the idea that it's okay for any political party to create laws that are against the Constitution. And I reject the notion that it's okay for one political party to purchase the votes of any special interest group or minority by passing laws that favor that group or minority. This is pathetic. There should be a law created that every congressional representative or senator take a course in the Constitution of the United States and be held accountable to supporting the Constitution. I have a little copy here, Ronald, of the Constitution, which I think I agree with you. All congressmen and senators should consult this in everything they do. And because of that, tomorrow on the floor, our leadership is going to see that we, in a bipartisan way, read for the first time that I'm aware of the Constitution in its entirety on the House floor tomorrow. And we will require, before a bill is presented, that we have to cite the constitutional authority for us to present that bill. For instance, in the preamble, it says, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. Then it goes into the specific duties and responsibilities. And in Section 8 of Title I, it says the Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes and provide for the common defense. I will be the chairman in this Congress of the Armed Services Committee, and from this and further on where it says that we raise and support armies and we provide for and maintain a Navy, we have specific responsibilities that we will cite in the Defense Authorization Bill that we will pass later this year. And so we have solid grounds in the Constitution for everything required for our Armed Services Committee, and all bills will require that we do cite constitutional authority. And I think that you can see that we are responding to the people, because these questions that were asked by constituents and others have been asked by, I heard many of these similar questions during this last year as I visited with constituents and traveled around the country campaigning. So thank you. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for giving suggestions. Thank you for telling us what you want us to do. And I hope that we're responding in a manner that you would find acceptable. Thank you very much.